Welcome to hopefully a quick little beer review of Burnt Mill's Tree of Life, which is a New England triple IPA coming at 10%. The kids are asleep, having a nap. The wife's watching Line of Duty, so I fancy opening a big beer on my bank holiday here. So I decided to go for this. So a bit of spiel on the back then. So to celebrate IWCBD, which is International Women's Collaboration Brew Day in 2021, we have created a triple IPA loaded with some of our favourite hop varieties. For the grist, we have put together a blend of extra pale, flaked oats, and chit for plenty of body. We well pulled with Brew 1, then dry hopped with Citra, Nelson Sauvin, Strata, Idaho 7, and Brew 1 hops to bring overripe tropical aromatics. So yes, very interesting stuff. So International Women's Collaboration Brew Day was actually set up by the head brewer of Burnt Mill, Sophie Durand. So I'm not sure if it's always brewed at Burnt Mill, like the beer that they specifically do for the day, but it was this year, and obviously it's to celebrate women in brewing, which can only be a good thing. But yeah, I fancied a big old triple IPA, so couple of glass here. Without further ado, let's give it a little pour, see what we're dealing with. Not usually a big triple IPA fan, but at the moment there's just such a glut of triple IPAs that it's sort of hard to avoid them when you're doing a beer order. It's easy to fill it up with some bigger beers. So in the glass then, not quite unclear for years, but pretty damn gloopy when it poured. Slightly off white head, and that's a nice sort of deep sort of orange looking beer. Looks a bit flat on the on my brilliant webcam, but in real life it's quite vibrant. Let's go for a little swirl and a sniff, shall we? Hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, it is overripe melon. Getting like a mango thing in there too. Bit of a white pepper spicy edge. Something a little bit sweeter coming through as well. Maybe like a bit of a peach yogurt. But not a bad smelling beer. As always with Burnt Mill, it's not sort of like in your face sort of craziness. It's quite lovely smelling. It's not like an absolute palate wrecker or anything like that. But it smells damn good. Let's go for a little taste. Cheers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the mouthfeel is obviously quite full, and I mean, even when I poured it, it did pour quite gloopy. So it's quite a decadent, sort of luscious, silky beer. Getting a little bit of sweetness on the back end of it. Obviously, they'd call it a New England triple IPA, so it's not in any way bitter. And Thomas has just joined the chat. Hi, and please like and share. I'm glad you said it because I never do. I always forget. Not great at self promotion. Flavor wise, then there's a bit of a sort of a nice sort of pineapple citrus kick. But then I'm going to say there's that sort of I was going to say peach yogurt again, but it's It's a little bit sweeter than that, so like a cheesecake, like some sort of like maybe like a lemon cheesecake or something like that. A slight hint of that spicy character again. Trouble with a little glass, you got to keep topping it up. There was a lot of hops in there. What are the hops? Citra, Nelson Sauvin, Strata, Idaho 7, and Brew 1. Well, the Brew 1 might be the little pineapple there. Oh, and then Craig's popped up. Cheers, brother. Everyone is live. Oh, are they? I've been sort of away from the keyboard for a lot of the day, so I just popped on to do this one. Maybe around later for a wang out. Ooh. I don't know if that's an intentional misspelling or he does want to do that later. And ultra drinkable, yeah, you're not picking up that is 10% in any way. Even though I've got all that sweetness on the back end, it is giving me a sort of that a little bit of that sort of Nelson white wine dryness, which is quite nice, really. Let's check. I'm so ill prepared for this. This is how spur of the moment this was. Let's see what people on Untapped have to say. What's this called again? Tree of Life. Here we go. Let's share the old screen here. So here we can see 145 total check-ins, 4.21, which I think is pretty apt, really. It is a lovely bit, as ever. It's just, which is Burnt Mill's way, really. It's just ultra drinkable, and when you're talking about 10% beers, that can be quite dangerous. So what's everyone saying? Very smooth for a 10% beer. It's very smooth, very smooth. It's a hop cocktail. No hops are fighting against each other. I think they're actually best friends. My favorite tree in the garden is in bud. Another couple of weeks, and I'll snap it again. Oh, there we go. Oh god, I will be able to talk one of these days. Simultaneously sharp and soft hides the 10% very well. Oh, definitely. Hoppy, hazy with a gentle dankness and gooseberry fruitiness. Also piney with a soft texture and drink so easy for 10%. Yeah, that is the thing with this one. The gooseberry is interesting. See, I'm attributing that sort of sharpness, that juicy sharpness to pineapple, really, but I can see why you're saying gooseberry. A little peppery on the back end. Yeah, there is that little spicy kick to it. But all in all, good ratings for this one. Let's stop sharing that now. So yeah, like I say, I wanted to just jump on and do a quick little review of that. I'm not going to hang around for too long because it just does what it says on the tin. It's a delicious burnt mill triple IPA, and if it's still kicking around, because I don't think it's that old. When was it brewed? Canned on the 29th of the 3rd, so there's probably still cans of this kicking around. Definitely pick one up if you see it. It's crazy to say, but it's a very easy drinking triple IPA, and I'm going to sit and enjoy the rest of it. Cheers. See you on the next one. Ooh.